All right, how many of you like gadgets? Raise the hands. Okay, for you, this presentation should be titillating. Okay, for those of you who don't like gadgets, you're going to get a chance to see why guys like me buy so many gadgets. I'm going to try to explain it to you, and we'll see how it goes. So gadget lovers, right, make sure you cheer for me, okay? So I was inspired by Inspector Gadget, right? Bond, all of those things I grew up with, and well, that's my excuse, anyhow, okay? So every gadget junkie needs a man purse or female purse, okay? Regular purse is fine too. But you got to carry your stuff because you never know when you're going to need it, right? The iPad, the pocket knife, right? You never know when you're going to need a snack. Tums, my wife's pregnant. This goes down in history as my worst, most embarrassing, ridiculous purchase. It's actually, you can't tell quite from the picture. It's a wraparound vibrator. And that's what happens when a gadget addict goes in Brookstone or Sharper Image. And so I avoid it now. But why do we buy stuff, right? Because they're beautiful. That's one of the things we're drawn to, right, as gadget junkies. Do I need a Bluetooth speaker? No, I already have one. But do I want the new one from Jawbone? I kind of do, right? The iPad. I did not need an iPad. I had a $300 netbook, and you know what? It was fine, but this was beautiful, and it turned out better, right? It's worth it. It's worth the $600, right? I don't need a Leatherman. I'm like the least handy guy you could possibly meet. That's a beautiful Leatherman, though. The Skeletool, right? I had to get it. I had to get it. This is resonating with some of you. I can tell. Right? Smaller is almost always better. So as smaller things come out, I'm drawn to them, right? In fact, the UX50, this Sony thing, it was the raddest thing I'd ever bought to date. It's like a miniature laptop. And they're still making them because people love it. Okay? The Kindle, this was a gadget addict's dream. To be able to carry all their books, so whenever the whim struck them to read, they could just read any of 100 books that they have stored on there. I mean, it was amazing. The Nano. I own 5 iPods. Do I still want the Nano with the touch screen? Yeah, I do. Yeah. Heavy duty is always better, okay? Some of you gadget addicts, you can relate to this, right? If you're faced with 2 choices and one is waterproof, shockproof, you're going with that one, right? This is a shockproof aluminum, aircraft aluminum. That's another catchphrase, right? I'm recently a runner, and I needed a strobe. You can buy a strobe for like $4. Or you can spend $13 and get one that's waterproof. Now, do I run often enough in the rain to use that? No, I don't, but it was cooler. Shot from Rambo. Okay, this is a Luminox watch. How many of you have a Luminox watch? Okay, they're awesome, right? What do? They pose Navy SEALs in the pictures with these Luminox wearing them in duty. That's cool, and I bought it. I bought into it, right? Gadgets have to do way more stuff than you'll ever use them for, right? That is one of the requirements. Now, most of my gadgets, I use about 30% of the features on them, right? But I could use the other stuff if I wanted to, right? This is an awesome example of that. Now, I have not succumbed to buying this yet. I could fit 33 gadgets on my person at any one time. That is awesome, right? I may just do that, right? I mentioned I'm a runner, but what that really means is I run about 10 miles a week when I'm actually running. Do I need the watch that has a GPS signal, distance, pace, my splits? I don't even know what a split is, training-wise. No, I don't, but I want it. I like to take pictures. This is a $2,800 camera. It does 1,000 things that I don't need it to do, but do I want it? Oh man, it's got an aluminum or magnesium body. It's watertight. You know, what if I'm out doing photojournalism type of stuff? I may need that, right? Gadgets don't have to be little things, right? This happens to be a gadget I want. A Ducati is like the ultimate gadget, okay? And I think I have a farm car, but I kind of need one of those. This is awesome. Have you ever been talking to a friend and they said something really funny, but you forgot about it later? This, you press a button and it records the last 30 seconds prior to you pressing it. Always on, baby. And there are no insurance agents on a Segway yet, and I think I could pull it off. I might gain a little weight and not being as active, but it could work, right? Yeah. But every gadget guy, this is the dream right here. This is the dream, driving that thing to work. Hey, thanks for listening.